Hello dear students, myself Rajesh Nanda and we will study the physics. हर घर बने पाठशाला में आपका स्वागत है और उम्मीद करते हैं कि आप घर पर बैठकर अपनी स्टडी का एंजॉय कर रहे होंगे और शिक्षा ग्रहण कर रहे होंगे और किसी भी प्रकार के संक्रमण से बचने के लिए आपके लिए वही एडवाइस रहेगी, आप बार बार हाथों को धोते रहें, नाक आंख मुंह की तरफ हाथ ना ले जाएं और सामाजिक दूरी बनाए रखें। तो चलिए हम शुरू करते हैं। आज का हमारा टॉपिक इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में से फर्स्ट वी विल डू सम रिवीजन वर्क ऑफ द प्रीवियस लेक्चर। इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल ड्यू टू सिंगल पॉइंट चार्ज, इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल ड्यू टू इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल. Electric potential due to dipole, we will discuss it at the point on axial line and at the point on the equatorial line. And in this module, we will study the electric potential at any point due to electric dipole and electric potential due to uniformly charged thin spherical shell and in the electric potential due to uniformly charged conducting spherical solid sphere. Then we will give the quick revision. Electric potential. What is electric potential? Electric potential at a point in electric field that is defined as work done in moving a unit positive charge from infinity to that point against the electrostatic force irrespective of the path followed. Then quickly we will revise the potential due to a single point charge. For that we will take a point charge Q positive and at a distance of x from this Q positive we take another charge Q naught positive, test charge Q naught positive, that will experiences the force because of this charge Q positive. Force experienced by this test charge will be equal to Q naught E and it will be directed radially outward. And radial outward force that tend to accelerate this charge. To prevent this acceleration, an equal and opposite force Q naught E has to be applied on the test charge. Then the work done in bringing this charge from this P to Q through small displacement dx against the force Q naught E, that will be given as a dW, will be equal to F into dx will be equal to Q naught E into dx, and that come out to be equal to minus Q naught E into dx. So this work done will be equal to, small work done will be equal to minus Q naught divided by 4 pi epsilon naught x square whole multiplied by dx. Then in bringing this charge from A to B or from infinity to the B, dW will be equal to integration of the small work done, that give the value integration of from infinity to R Q naught divided by 4 pi epsilon naught x square whole multiplied by dx. These values Q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught, that is taken common, and this will be integrated, and that give the value here, and Q naught is taken here, W infinity to B divided by Q naught will be equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R, that is the potential due to single point charge V, that is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R. Okay, then we will quickly revise the electric potential due to electric dipole on the axial line of electrical dipole. We take the electric dipole having charge Q negative and Q positive at A, B and A. Q negative at A and Q positive at B. They are separated by length of 2L. Then from the center of this dipole, L is OA is equal to L and OB is equal to L. And we take the point P on the axial line of this dipole, where we take the unit positive charge, where we have to calculate the potential because of this dipole. Let x be the distance from the O, center of the dipole. Then potential at P will be the sum of the potential because of the Q negative and Q positive. That will be equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught whole multiplied by 1 upon x minus L minus 1 upon x plus L. And that whole come out to be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught divided by Q into 2L whole divided by x square minus L square. This Q into 2L, that is dipole moment represented by P. So potential come out to be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P divided by x square minus L square. If this dipole is of short length of dipole is very small, x is very less than that of x is very greater than that of L. L is small and x is very large, then L square, here the L square can be neglected in comparison to the x. If we neglect this L square, then the value come out to be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by P by x square. This is the potential due to short dipole on the axial line. Then we will quickly revise the potential on the equatorial line. We take the 2 point charges negative Q and positive Q at A and B. Center of dipole is P, and on this center we take the equatorial line. Q is a point at equatorial line. Then potential because of this Q negative and Q positive is given by V because of the positive 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon BQ, and because of the negative charge it is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by negative Q upon AQ. Then total potential will be the summation of these two values because of the potential of the charge Q negative and Q positive at A, and that give the value BQ is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon BQ minus 1 upon AQ. BQ and AQ have the same length, so this total value potential at Q come out to be equal to 0. So net electrostatic potential at a point in electric field due to electric dipole at any point on the equatorial line, that is 0. Then we come to our topic, that is electric potential at any point due to the electric dipole. Similarly, we take the electric dipole having length 2L. From the center of dipole OA is equal to L, and from the O to B, that will be equal to L. Okay. Then the potential at any point Q, we take the point Q at a distance of x from the center of a dipole, and this line OQ, that make angle theta with the AB. This angle QOB will be equal to theta. So potential at the Q will be the sum of the potential because of the Q negative and Q positive. So this value because of the positive charge, potential will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by BQ, and because of the Q negative charge, potential will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by negative Q divided by AQ. Total potential will be the sum of these two potential because of the positive and a negative charge. We need to calculate the approximate value of AQ and BQ. We have to calculate this value AQ and BQ. For the short dipole, X is greater than that of this L. Then extend the OQ beyond the OQ and drop the perpendicular from B and A. Okay. M and N are the foot of the perpendicular. As the X is very large than that of L, then AQ, BQ and OQ are almost parallel to each other. So this triangle MBQ or ANQ, that is a isosceles triangle. So this from this triangle MBQ and this value OM, we calculate the BQ. BQ is equal to MQ. BQ is equal to MQ, and that will be equal to OQ minus OM. BQ will be equal to MQ, will be equal to OQ minus OM. OQ is this value and OM is this value. That subtracted then give the MQ. This will come out to be equal to MQ, that is equal to X, and OM from this triangle will come out to be equal to L cos theta. Similarly, from this triangle we can calculate the value of AQ. AQ will be equal to NQ, and that will be equal to X plus this OQ plus ON, and that come out to be equal to X plus L cos theta. Okay, then substituting these value in this and using the equation number 1, we will get V will be equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by X plus L cos theta minus 1 by X minus L cos theta. Simplify this equation, cross multiply and take the LCM. The V will come out to be equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by 2L cos theta divided by X square minus L square cos square theta. Here this Q into 2L, that is equal to dipole moment P. So here we substitute the, instead of using the Q into 2L, we use the P. So V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta divided by X square minus L square cos square theta. Now come to the special case that in case of the short dipole, we are taking the special case dipole is short of length. Then this L square cos square theta can be neglected in comparison to the X square. Short dipole, this L square cos square theta can be neglected in comparison to X square. Hence, electric potential due to the short dipole that come out to be equal to V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by P cos theta divided by X square. Okay. Then in case of the axial location, when the point P is on the axial line, then theta will be equal to 0 in this equation, and the cos 0, that will give you the 1. Okay, and in case the equatorial line, this theta will be equal to 90 degree, and then V will be equal to 0. Okay, then we come to the next topic, that is electric potential due to uniformly charged thin spherical shell. Shell is hollow shell. We take a spherical shell having the center O, radius R, uniformly charge Q is distributed over the shell, and take the point P just outside the shell. First case is point P is just outside the shell, then we will calculate the electric potential. P is at a distance of x then electric potential due to the uniformly charged thin shell at a point outside the shell is such as if whole charge were concentrated at the center of the shell. What we know that the electric potential due to shell will be just a case of the point charge. Okay, point P that is outside the shell. That means it is greater than that of R. Then V will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q upon X. Okay, and then come to the second case when point P lie on the surface of shell. Now it is a shell and point is lying on the surface of shell. Here nothing will change. The X will come to equal to that of R. Electric potential due to uniformly charged thin shell at a point outside the shell is as if whole charge were concentrated at the center of shell. Now this point P lies on the spherical shell, surface of spherical shell. And then the electric potential at surface of shell will be given as a V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q by R. We substituted this R from the X. Electric field due to uniformly charged thin shell at a point on the surface shell, that is a maximum. So potential will also be maximum. Now we come to the next case, that point PB, instead of using the PV, we used here P. It lies inside the shell. Then inside the spherical shell, intensity is electric field intensity is 0. Hence potential must remain constant in the region where electric field is 0. So the electric potential anywhere in the shell, that will be the similar case as that on the surface of shell, that is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R. Then we come to the next topic, that is electric potential due to uniformly charged conducting spherical sphere. We take the conducting sphere. First we will calculate the potential P outside the spherical, potential at a point outside the sphere. Let us take the sphere, have uniformly charged, radius is R, and point P just outside the sphere. And it is the similar case as that of the shell. Electric potential due to uniformly charged thin spherical sphere at a point outside the sphere is such that whole charge were concentrated at the center of the sphere. Point P outside the spherical sphere, then it will be similar to that of shell. V will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q by X. Okay. Then at a point P on the conducting solid sphere, point P on the surface, it will be the similar case as that of a previous one, that V will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. And at a point inside the conducting solid sphere, we come to the point where inside the conducting sphere, we take the point P inside the sphere, then potential will have the same value. In case of the metal or conducting object, we know that electric field inside its volume is always 0 in the electrostatic condition. Electric field inside its volume is always 0. Whatever charge is given to the conducting object, it come to the outer surface. I repeat again, whatever charge is given to the conducting object, it come to the outer surface. So the potential inside will also be equal to, V will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R. Okay. Then we have some numerical example. Is that first example we take the charges in the static electricity are typically in nanocoulomb to that of microcoulomb. Okay, what is the voltage 5 centimeter away from the center of 1 centimeter diameter solid metal sphere that have 3 into 3.00 nanocoulomb static charge. Okay, we have to calculate the potential voltage. Here we know that on the metal sphere the charge spread uniformly and produces a field like that of point charge located at its center. Thus we can find the voltage using the equation V is equal to KQIR. From the given value we substitute the value in the expression V is equal to KQIR. K have the value 9 into 10 power of 9 Newton meter square per coulomb. Q here is given is a -3 nanocoulomb. So 3 into 10 power of -9 coulomb. And distance is 5 centimeter. That is to convert it into the meter, divided by 5 into 10 power of -2 meter. After calculation, it comes out to be -539 volt. Here this negative value of the voltage mean positive charge would be attracted from the larger distance. Since potential is lower, more negative than at a large distance. Conversely, the negative charge would be repelled. Okay. Next example is in case of a Van de Graaff generator that has a 25 centimeter diameter metal sphere. Here given is the diameter of the metal sphere is given 25 centimeter, and that produces voltage of 100 kilovolt. Voltage given is 100 kilovolt near its surface. What excess charge reside on the sphere? What we have to calculate? We have to calculate the charge. Strategy to solve this question is that potential on the surface is same as that of the point charge at the center of the sphere. Now the diameter of a sphere is 25. Then the radius will be equal to half of this diameter. Half of 25, that is 12.5 centimeter away. So radius of sphere is 12.5 centimeter. Thus we can thus determine the excess charge using the equation V is equal to KQIR. V is equal to KQIR. Then Q will be equal to this value will move toward the second side. Q will be equal to RV upon K. Okay. R have the value, this is 12.5 centimeter, then convert it into the meter, 0.125 meter. V have the value 100 kilovolt, 100 into 10 raised to power 3 volt. Okay, K have the value, exact value is 8.99 into 10 power of 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. That give the value of the charge 1.39 multiplied by 10 is power of -6 coulomb. 10 power -6 coulomb, that give the 1.39 microcoulomb. Okay, this is relatively small charge, but it produces rather large voltage. We have another indication here that it is difficult to store the isolated charge. Then we will summarize the whole lesson. We have calculated the electric potential at any point due to electric dipole. Potential, we have taken the two charges Q positive and Q negative at A and B, and Q, capital Q is a position on at a distance of x from the center of dipole. Then potential at Q will be the sum of the potential because of the Q negative and Q positive at A and B. That give the value Q is equal to VQ because of positive and VQ of negative. From this we have extended this OQ and drawn the perpendicular from the A and B. M and N are the foot of the perpendicular. This X is very large in comparison to L, so this OQ, AQ and BQ are taken parallel. From this BQ come out to be equal to MQ equal to MQ equal to OQ minus ON, and similar BQ will be X minus L cos theta, and similarly AQ will be equal to X plus L cos theta. After substituting the value, we come to conclusion that potential V will be equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught 2L cos theta X square minus L square cos square theta. So this Q into L, that is taken equal to P. So V will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta divided by X square minus L square cos square theta. In case of the short dipole, this value is neglected. L square cos square theta is neglected. Then V is equal to, potential will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta divided by X square. For axial location, we substitute this theta equal to 0, and for equatorial location we substitute this theta as a 90 degree. Then we have calculated the electric potential due to uniformly charged spherical shell. For that we calculated at a point outside the shell. When the point P is at outside the shell, it is the case of the point charge, potential due to the point charge. Electric potential due to uniformly charged thin spherical shell at a point outside the shell is such as if whole the charge were concentrated at the center of the shell. Point P lie outside, then potential will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q by X. And when the point P lie on the surface of the shell, we replace just the X equal to R, as the electric potential due to uniformly charged solid sphere at a point outside the sphere is such as whole of the charge were concentrated at the center of the sphere. P lie on the surface of shell, then X is equal to R. Then potential is given as a V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q by R. Then inside the shell, if for the case of we take the point P inside the shell, then in case of the metal or conducting object, we know that electric field inside its volume is always 0 in electrostatic condition. Whatever the charge is given to conducting object, it come to the outer surface. And in case of the solid sphere, all cases are similar to that of spherical shell. And that's all for today. And in the next day study plan is electric field as a negative potential gradient and equipotential surface and property of the equipotential surface. That is all for the today. Hope you are enjoying your study. Thank you.